Hi, everyone. I'm Ryan, and welcome back to Golden Words Podcast, where we explore ideas that inspire growth, build strong character, and help you create a better future.
And I'm Nora. In today's special episode, we're discussing a question that has inspired people for generations. Why do people fail in life?
Throughout this podcast, we'll explore the real reasons behind failure, the habits that hold people back, how to overcome setbacks, and the practical steps anyone can take to build a successful and meaningful life.
Whether you're a student, a professional, an entrepreneur, or someone searching for a new direction, this conversation is for you.
So let's begin. Nora, many people work hard, but they still don't achieve their goals. Why do people fail in life? Is failure a sign of weakness? And can failure actually help someone become successful?
That's a very important question, Ryan. People fail for many reasons. Some give up too early, some don't have a clear goal, and others are afraid of taking risks. Failure is not a sign of weakness. In fact, almost every successful person has failed many times before reaching success. The difference is that successful people learn from their mistakes instead of giving up. Failure can become your greatest teacher if you use it as a learning experience.
Nora, is fear one of the biggest reasons people fail? Why are so many people afraid to start, and how can they overcome that fear?
Yes, fear stops many people from reaching their dreams. Some are afraid of making mistakes, while others worry about what people will say. But the truth is that nobody succeeds without making mistakes. The best way to overcome fear is to take small steps every day. Every small success builds confidence, and over time, fear becomes weaker. Goals give your life direction. Without a goal, it's easy to waste time and lose motivation. People who write down their goals and make a plan are more likely to succeed. Start with one clear goal, divide it into small steps, and work on it every day. Small progress leads to big achievements.
Nora, what is your most important advice for people who feel like failures? How can they start again? And what mindset should they have to build a better future?
My advice is simple. Never let one failure define your future. Learn from your mistakes, improve your skills, stay patient, and never stop trying. Believe in yourself, because every successful person was once a beginner who refused to give up. Success belongs to those who keep moving forward, even when life becomes difficult.
Nora, many people say that success depends on our daily habits. Which bad habits cause people to fail in life? Can small habits really change someone's future? And why do many people ignore these habits until it's too late?
That's an excellent question, Ryan. Yes, our daily habits have a huge impact on our future. Many people think failure happens because of one big mistake, but in reality, it is often caused by many small bad habits repeated every day. For example, wasting hours on social media, delaying important work, sleeping too much, and not learning anything new may seem harmless at first. However, these habits slowly steal valuable time and opportunities. Successful people understand that every day is important. They use their time wisely, keep learning, and work toward their goals even when they don't feel motivated. The small choices we make today decide where we will be in the future. Good habits build success, while bad habits slowly build failure.
Nora, why do so many people keep delaying their work? Why is procrastination so dangerous? And how can someone stop this habit before it destroys their dreams?
Procrastination is one of the biggest enemies of success. Many people say, "I'll start tomorrow," but tomorrow often never comes. They wait for the perfect time, the perfect mood, or the perfect opportunity. Unfortunately, perfection doesn't exist. Every day we delay important work, we lose valuable time that we can never get back. The best way to overcome procrastination is to stop waiting and simply begin. Even if you can only work for 20 or 30 minutes, that is much better than doing nothing. Small daily actions create big results over time. Success belongs to people who take action, not to those who keep making excuses.
Nora, how does the people around us affect our success? Can negative friends stop someone from achieving their goals? And how should a person choose the right environment?
The people around you have a powerful influence on your life. If your friends always complain, waste time, and discourage your dreams, it becomes much harder to stay motivated. Negative people often spread fear and doubt without realizing it. On the other hand, spending time with hardworking, positive, and supportive people can completely change your mindset. They encourage you to keep learning and never give up. If you cannot find successful people around you, you can still learn from books, podcasts, educational videos, and inspiring mentors online. A positive environment helps you grow faster.
Nora, what habits should people develop if they want to avoid failure? What daily routine do successful people usually follow? And what is your final advice for anyone who wants to change their life?
People who want to succeed should build simple but powerful habits. Wake up with a purpose. Plan your day. Learn something new every day. Read books. Practice your skills. Exercise. And manage your time carefully. They should also avoid comparing themselves with others because everyone has a different journey. My final advice is this: your future is created by what you do every single day. If you improve just a little every day, after 1 year, your life can be completely different. Never underestimate the power of good habits. They may seem small today, but they can lead to extraordinary success tomorrow.
Nora, many people fail once and then lose all hope. Why do some people never recover after failure? Is failure really the end of the journey? And what should someone do immediately after experiencing a big failure?
Failure is not the end, Ryan. It is often the beginning of a new lesson. The reason many people never recover is not because they failed, but because they believe they are not good enough. They lose confidence and stop trying. However, every successful person has experienced failure. The difference is that they refuse to let failure control their future. After a failure, the first step is to stay calm and accept what happened. Instead of asking, "Why did this happen to me?" ask, "What can I learn from this experience?" Every mistake teaches something valuable. When you learn from your mistakes instead of repeating them, failure becomes a stepping stone towards success.
Nora, how important is self-confidence after failure? How can someone believe in themselves again? And what should they do when other people laugh at them or criticize them?
Self-confidence is one of the most important qualities a person can have. After failure, it is normal to feel disappointed, but you should never lose faith in yourself. Confidence grows through action, not by waiting. If people criticize you or laugh at your dreams, don't let their words stop you. Many successful people were doubted before they achieved greatness. Use criticism as motivation to improve. Listen to helpful advice, ignore unnecessary negativity, and keep moving forward. Remember, people often believe in you only after they see your success.
Nora, why is patience so important for success? Why do many people quit too early? And how can someone stay motivated when results are slow?
Patience is the foundation of every great achievement. We live in a world where people want everything quickly, but real success takes time. Many beginners quit because they don't see immediate results. They compare themselves with people who have worked for many years and become discouraged. Instead of comparing yourself with others, compare yourself with the person you were yesterday. Celebrate small improvements because every small step brings you closer to your goal. Stay focused on the process, not only on the results. When you continue working consistently, success will eventually follow.
Nora, what final advice would you give to someone who wants to overcome failure and build a successful life? What mindset should they develop? And what is the biggest secret to long-term success?
My final advice is simple. Never allow failure to define who you are. Every challenge is an opportunity to become stronger, wiser, and more experienced. Develop a growth mindset by believing that every skill can improve with practice. Keep learning, keep working, and never stop believing in your dreams. The biggest secret to long-term success is consistency. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to keep going. One day, all the hard work, patience, and determination will reward you, and you'll realize that every failure was preparing you for success.
Nora, after everything we've discussed about failure, what is the most important thing a person needs to build a successful life? Is success only for talented people, or can ordinary people become successful through hard work and determination?
That's a wonderful question, Ryan. Success is not reserved for people who are born with special talents. While talent can be helpful, it is not the deciding factor. Many ordinary people have achieved extraordinary success because they were willing to work hard, stay disciplined, and never give up. The most important thing is having the right mindset. Successful people believe that every challenge is an opportunity to grow. They don't wait for perfect conditions. They start with what they have and improve step by step. Even small daily actions can completely change someone's future if they are repeated consistently.
Nora, how important is continuous learning? Why do successful people never stop learning? And how can learning open new opportunities in life?
Learning is one of the greatest investments anyone can make. The world is constantly changing, and new skills are becoming more valuable every year. People who stop learning often struggle to keep up with these changes. Successful people read books, listen to podcasts, watch educational videos, and learn from experienced people. Every new skill increases your confidence and creates new opportunities. Even learning for 1 hour a day can completely transform your future after a few years. Knowledge gives you the ability to solve problems, and people who solve problems are always valuable.
Nora, what role does discipline play in success? Why do many people lose motivation? And how can someone continue working even when they don't feel motivated?
Discipline is much more important than motivation. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline keeps you moving forward, even on difficult days. Many people fail because they only work when they feel excited. Successful people continue working, whether they feel motivated or not. The best way to build discipline is by creating a daily routine. Wake up at a regular time, set clear goals, avoid distractions, and complete your most important tasks first. When you repeat these habits every day, discipline becomes part of your lifestyle, and success becomes much more likely.
Nora, if you could give one final message to everyone listening today, what would it be? What should they remember whenever life becomes difficult? And what is the greatest lesson about success and failure?
My final message is this: never allow today's failure to steal tomorrow's success. Every successful person has faced obstacles, disappointments, and moments of doubt. What made them different was their decision to keep moving forward. Believe in yourself, work hard, stay patient, and never stop learning. Don't compare your journey with someone else's, because everyone moves at a different pace. Focus on becoming a better person every single day. Remember, success is not about being perfect. It's about refusing to give up. If you stay consistent, keep learning, and continue believing in your dreams, you can build the life you've always wanted.
Nora, throughout this podcast, we've talked about failure, good habits, discipline, and success. But what is the true meaning of success? Is success only about having a lot of money? Can someone be successful without being rich? And how should people measure real success in their lives?
That's one of the most important questions, Ryan. Many people believe success means becoming rich or famous, but real success is much deeper than that. A truly successful person lives with purpose, continues learning, helps others, and grows into a better person every day. Money can make life more comfortable, but it cannot buy peace of mind, good character, or meaningful relationships. A person who has honesty, knowledge, good health, and a positive impact on others is already living a successful life. Real success is not only about what you own, it's also about who you become.
Nora, what qualities do all successful people have in common? Why do some people succeed even when life is very difficult? And what can we learn from their stories?
Most successful people share several important qualities. They believe in themselves, they work hard, they stay patient, and they never stop learning. They don't allow failure to define their future. Instead, they treat every challenge as a lesson that makes them stronger. Even when life becomes difficult, they continue moving forward because they know that success is built through consistency, not through luck. Their stories teach us that determination and perseverance are often more powerful than talent.
Nora, if someone wants to change their life starting today, what practical steps should they take? How can they stay focused on their goals? And how can they continue improving every single day?
The first step is making a clear decision to change. Set one meaningful goal and write it down. Create a daily routine that includes learning, practicing, reading, and taking action. Avoid wasting time on things that do not help you grow. Every evening, ask yourself, did I become a better person today than I was yesterday? Even small improvements every day can completely transform your future. Success is built one day at a time.
Nora, before we end today's podcast, what final message would you like to share with everyone listening? What should people remember whenever they face failure or difficult times? And what is the greatest lesson we've learned from this discussion?
My final message is simple. Never stop believing in yourself, no matter how many times you fail. Every challenge is preparing you for something greater. Stay patient, work honestly, keep learning, and never give up on your dreams. Remember, success is not about being better than everyone else. It is about becoming better than you were yesterday. If you improve a little every day and keep moving forward with faith and determination, you can achieve goals that once seemed impossible. Your future is created by the choices you make today.
Nora, many people achieve success, but after a few years they lose everything. Why does this happen? Why is staying successful sometimes harder than becoming successful? And what should people do to protect their success?
That's a very important question, Ryan. Achieving success is only the beginning. The real challenge is maintaining it. Many people become overconfident after achieving their goals. They stop learning, stop improving, and believe they already know everything. Others become lazy because they think they no longer need to work as hard as before. Successful people understand that success is a journey, not a destination. They continue learning, improving their skills, and adapting to changes. They remain humble, work hard every day, and never forget the struggles that helped them succeed. Staying successful requires the same discipline and dedication that helped you become successful in the first place.
Nora, how important is lifelong learning? Why do successful people continue learning even after achieving their goals? And how can learning help someone stay ahead in a changing world?
Lifelong learning is one of the greatest secrets of long-term success. The world changes every day. New technology, new ideas, and new opportunities appear all the time. If you stop learning, you slowly fall behind. Successful people read books, attend courses, listen to podcasts, and learn from people with more experience. They know that every new skill makes them stronger and prepares them for future challenges. Learning keeps your mind active, increases your confidence, and helps you discover opportunities that other people may never see.
Nora, how should successful people deal with success itself? Can success make someone careless or arrogant? And why is humility so important?
Yes, Ryan. Success can sometimes make people believe they are better than everyone else. This attitude often leads to failure because they stop listening, stop improving, and stop respecting others. Truly successful people remain humble. They appreciate those who help them, respect everyone regardless of their position, and continue treating people with kindness. Humility keeps a person grounded and open to learning. No matter how successful you become, there is always something new to learn and someone you can learn from.
Nora, if you could leave our listeners with one final life lesson, what would it be? What should they remember every single day? And what is the greatest key to lasting success?
My final message is this. Success is not about reaching the top once. It's about becoming a better person every single day. Never stop learning, never stop growing, and never stop believing in yourself. Work with honesty, treat people with respect, stay grateful for every opportunity, and don't let success change your character. Remember, your habits create your future. If you make wise choices today, stay disciplined, and keep moving forward with patience and determination, you won't just become successful. You'll remain successful for the rest of your life.
Nora, after talking about failure, success, discipline, and lifelong learning, I have one final question. What kind of life should a person live if they want to be remembered in a good way? Is success only about what we achieve for ourselves? And what legacy should every person try to leave behind?
That's a beautiful question, Ryan. Every person leaves something behind. Some leave wealth, while others leave knowledge, kindness, and inspiration. The greatest legacy is not the amount of money you earn, but the positive difference you make in the lives of other people. When you help someone learn, encourage someone who has lost hope, or solve a problem for others, your impact continues long after you are gone. Real success is measured by the lives you touch, not just by the things you own.
Nora, how can ordinary people make a positive impact on the world? Do they have to be famous? And what small actions can change other people's lives?
You don't have to be famous to make a difference. Every act of kindness matters. Teaching someone a new skill, helping a friend during difficult times, sharing useful knowledge, respecting others, and being honest in your work can inspire people around you. Small actions may seem unimportant today, but over time they create a powerful impact. Many lives have changed because one person chose to encourage instead of criticize.
Nora, when people reach the end of their lives, what do they usually value the most? Do they regret not earning more money, or do they regret the opportunities they missed? And what lesson should we learn from this?
Many people realize that time is more valuable than money. They often regret the chances they never took, the dreams they never followed, and the moments they didn't spend with the people they loved. Very few people wish they had worked more without purpose. This teaches us that life should be balanced. Work hard, but also value your family, your health, your character, and the positive memories you create. Success has little meaning if you lose everything that truly matters.
Nora, if you could give one final message to every listener around the world, what would it be? What should they remember after listening to this podcast? And what is the greatest lesson about life and success?
My final message is this: your life is your greatest opportunity. Don't waste it waiting for the perfect moment. Start today with whatever you have. Keep learning, keep improving, work honestly, and never lose hope when life becomes difficult. Every challenge makes you stronger. Every mistake teaches a lesson. And every small step brings you closer to your dreams. Remember, true success is not measured by how much money you earn or how famous you become. It is measured by the person you become, the people you help, and the positive difference you leave behind. Live with purpose, never stop growing, and always strive to leave the world a little better than you found it.
We've reached the end of today's episode, and we hope this conversation has given you a new perspective on failure and success.
Thank you for listening. Goodbye, and see you in the next episode of Golden Words Podcast.